I've been getting a lot of comments like this lately from you guys, and I really do appreciate it. It's really nice hearing you guys enjoy my content so much. This video is going to be a little different than most of my content because winter is coming, so I will be working on sleds pretty soon. This old Cat Thundercat's going to have to wait. You can see here, I still got quite a bit of firewood I got to split up and pile in the shed there for the outdoor boiler. But I'm not doing that either. I'm heading up the hill there because it could literally snow any day right now, and I got to go walk the water because the water from my house doesn't come from a well or anything. It comes from up top of that mountain. We have a gravity-fed spring that comes down. It's got to be at least a mile up in the woods, which means about a mile of water line that could be exposed. We get some very cold weather here, and I'd hate for our water to freeze up in the winter, so I'm going to go walk the line. I know this is a Powersports channel, so I'm going to bring Rock's Honda 3-Tracks along with me. So why don't you guys take a ride with me? That's probably as far as I'm going to make it with the 3-Tracks right now anyways. Obviously, we haven't gone uphill at all. The water line actually runs across the brook here, starting at the bottom here and walking up. So that's actually some of my water line right here. It's above ground right there. Obviously, that's definitely a freezing point. However, water is always moving, so it might not freeze. So go over here, and I can still see that smoke in the air from the three-wheeler. That's a good thing I come down here. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can hear a leak over there. You can see my water pipe is leaking. Actually a pretty good sized leak there. I'm surprised I don't see the pressure loss up on my faucet. So if I ever have any water problems, this is one of the places that it will leak, because moose, deer go through this water here, and sometimes they'll clip it, or maybe even a beaver or something. You can see right there, that's my water pipe. It goes over into where it's leaking. It's late in the afternoon right now. I'm not gonna fix that. I'll have to come down tomorrow and fix it. The reason I don't have to worry about the water from the brook to the house is from here to there, the water line's actually buried deep, 6-10 feet the whole way, so I don't ever have to worry about that. But from the brook up to the spring, it's very shallow. It runs along the ground pretty much the whole way. But I'll start walking up the hill, and that way we can find out if we get any bare spots that need to be covered up before winter. I kind of like this video because I'll be able to keep track of actually where it is. Usually I'm just guessing. I believe it runs right along here. Hard to tell. I know there's an open spot up here that I'll be able to tell for sure. Oh yeah, I see a spot right there where it's above ground. Right there. As you can see, a little mucky around here. Whew. So yeah, that should be buried up. So if we get a lot of snow before the 20-30 below hits, we're fine. But there are certainly some years that we don't get as much snow. And, you know, if there's only a foot of snow covering this line and we get 20-30 below, it will freeze up or start anyways. We gotta trickle the water. But anyways, keep walking. Getting buried there a little bit. Actually, I think this might be the old pipe. Feels pretty empty. So I forgot to mention it earlier on in this video, but anybody that is sticking around still, I know I do a lot of content here on TikTok, which is great. I'm gonna start doing some more longer form content on YouTube. I already have a YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. Show some sport over there, that would be great. And I'm guessing if you stuck through some of this video already, you guys are probably interested in most of my content. You can see this is a nice path I'm walking through here. Should be cleared out. That's old line. It's hard to tell because there is old line that's been up through here. That's been changed around, but obviously that's empty pipe, so I don't have to worry about it. Not really sure why I'm doing this video, but I figured if you're watching this much of my content, maybe you'll go check out my YouTube page also. It's all ATVs. I do a lot of ATV test drives on there. Haven't recently, however, I must have over 100 different test drive videos on there, probably 10 to 20 minutes long. ATVs, motorcycles. Now, a lot of that stuff is from when I first started, so it's pretty raw footage. A lot of the newer stuff will be better. I can hear another leak right here. So this is obviously above ground. Sure you guys can hear it. Oh yeah, right there. Coming out of this pipe. Where it's connected, it's either broke. So there's actually a T, there's a double pipe that goes up here into the spring. And then it comes to this one single pipe. We get really good pressure that way. But this has to be covered up before winter. Oh yeah, still got a shovel up here from last year. But yeah, anyways, definitely gotta fix that. Keep climbing. I'm surprised I have as good a pressure as I do after seeing that little leak and then the big leak down bottom. Okay, I think we're probably all set up on the hill here. It's mainly just down below. Gotta get some more exercise. This hill's definitely winding me. But we're just about there. Oh, and there it is. So pretty much what we got going on here is a mountainside spring. Walking a little further over, as you can see, right here is a natural spring, similar to what's over there. There's actually not a lot of water coming here. By the looks of the earth right there, it was a pretty fast flowing spring at one time to move all that dirt underneath the mountainside there. And then it must have dried up a little bit. The spring we got over here is perfectly good to drink out of. Not all springs are. Obviously, you're gonna wanna test the water before you start drinking any water. Like over there, like I said, it's just a mountainside spring. There's 2 spring tiles here, a bunch of stone in there, and you have nice, good drinking water. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow. But for now, I gotta head back down, hop on old Smokey. Well, I might finally have a buyer for this Arctic Cat diesel. I've actually had this posted for a little while now. This is a 2012 Arctic Cat diesel 700. Got a little over 1,400 miles, 273 hours. Thing's actually in very nice shape, and I thought I'd have more interest in it. You know, I did price it kind of high at $5,000. Gonna let it go for $45,000. Anyways, I gotta go fix my water line. I figured I'd take the Arctic Cat diesel at least one last time. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. Those rocks are a lot bigger than they look. She made it. Well, that was a waste of time. It's just too grown up in here right now. Yeah, anyways, I do have a YouTube channel, and it's the same exact name as what's on here, Rocks Powersports. If you want to see me test driving some of the ATVs, there's definitely plenty of them on there for you to watch. All right, let's deal with this. I might just have to tighten this up. I don't know, we'll see. Starting with the leak up further, because if I have to pull this pipe apart, I'm gonna get a little airbound, and then I'd have to open it up at the bottom anyways. It's better to start from the top, and then I'll fix that leak on the bottom. You can see she's leaking. It's not horrible. I'm gonna try just tightening it up first. Maybe I'll get lucky. Yeah, maybe not. I think I made it worse. Well, at least we know where our shovel is now. The raining sucks, but we're gonna get soaked anyways from this, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Take some of this dirt away so I don't get it in my pipe. I might be able to just sneak that on there a little further. That's why I brought this little torch. Makes moving that pipe a lot easier. There we go. Good, I don't have to tear apart the pipe. Still leaking a little bit. Come on. Get in there. Yep. Oh, no leaks now. That's perfect. I'm gonna have to bring some gravel up here. This is just soup. Well, time to go see what's going on with that big leak down there. Love this diesel. However, I would say this is not the best hunting rig with how loud she is. That looks better. Kind of. This one down here, I brought some unions. I hope I don't need a longer pipe because I don't have any with me. All right, I hear it. Actually, it's not quite as bad of a leak as I thought. Mainly just a heavy mist that I was seeing. Something definitely took a chunk out of it right there. There should be enough extra pipe in that brook to be able to shorten it. Oh, it's cold. At least it's not winter yet. So, yeah, if you try to pull this apart, it's darn near impossible without see what we can do there. No. Oh yeah, she's coming. Just cut it right about here. Whew. Yeah. Right there. Heat that up a little bit. Well, there we go. Just need a couple clamps. At least we're not leaking anymore. I'll still have to go up and cover up those bare spots where the pipe's above ground, but probably wait for a drier day. Well, if the old girl does sell, I will miss it, but it'll put me that much closer to turbo than the other cat diesel. This is my 2012 Arctic Cat Diesel 700. I bought this thing last spring, along with a set of snow tracks. It also came with this 2-up seat, which is an accessory. Definitely had some fun on the old girl, but unfortunately, I think she's leaving today. Let's go ahead and fire up one last time. Our glow plug cycle. This seat's a little noisy being on here, but these run a twin-cylinder diesel engine. They're kind of noisy. When you give them throttle, they're a lot better. This is a little cold right now, but they smooth right out. Somebody put hand warmers on this, which is nice for days like today. As a winch. It's got 1,468 miles. When I bought it, it had 1,370 miles on it, so I didn't even quite put 100 miles on it. I think I paid like $5,600 for this, the tracks, everything with it this past spring, which was a pretty good deal. I was expecting to make like $2,000 on it if I ever sold it. Figuring that was about $5,000. Then these used tracks, which are in very good shape, valued at probably $2,000, but that's certainly not the case. I'm actually taking a loss on this thing. Not a huge loss, a few $100, but still. I got a really good deal on an 08 Arctic Cat diesel this past summer, and I was planning on fixing that up, putting a turbo on it. That's why I wanted to sell this. I wanted to keep the tracks and that rear seat, though, for my other machine, but it seems like nobody's got any money right now, so I got to take what I can get, and this guy won't buy them without the tracks or that seat. So we'll see if that happens. And there she goes, tracks and all. I told them there's no way they're getting that four-wheel and the tracks in the back of that truck, but they did it somehow.